books, just a few from each one, well, maybe a few more from the last one than some of the others. Lots of the books that I've had published have broadly sort of been thematic collections in a way. I never set off to write them like that. They're just, after 2 years of poems and throwing them on the floor and going, okay, what the hell have I got here? Which is what you do when you put a collection together. Things fall out in that way. This is I Spy and Shanty, the Rune. Start with something simple and white, a river stone that fits close in the palm of your hand, in that dimple where life meets and chance fans out. Hold it in your fist and let it warm your thoughts with possibilities of mica, feldspar, quartz. Pocket it with scrunchies and gum. Let it weigh out worry like beads or salt. A narrative of tidings and fortunes, an unmarked rune. Keep your secrets locked in its grains, devilment in its small spaces, tamed. And when you're ready, find the right place, the edge of a grave. Set it down for others to see, its power as carrier of memory. I might have noticed I don't do a lot of rhyme, although actually that's not true. It seems like I don't. I tell myself I don't, but sometimes I do. Anyway, so this poem's called Kinky Boots. Woo! That's fine.
That's amazing that just the phrase will do that.
It's really fine. And don't get too excited. In the days when kinky meant nothing more than groovy, Kinky Boots hopscotched the pavement outside my junior school. 4 a.m. under fat-budded chestnuts, and my mother shivers in her nightie and overcoat. Soon the bus will come. Our class will sleep all the way to London, all the way to Covent Garden and the market for lessons in parsnip and swede. Kinky Boots, black, crinkled patent, will flick the fine dirt between the piazza's cobbles. Traders will head and shoulder a cornucopia of baskets and boxes rushing this way and that, trumpeting their wares through horns of plenty. Grass, daff, mums. The air will be spoiled with earth and oranges, the cold and Savoy cabbages, and from side streets and corner pubs licensed this hour, the grease of a good fry-up, full English, gallons of sweet tea, pints of bitter. Kinky Boots will dodge through the stalls, miss fallen cauliflower leaves, celery heads and Jersey news. Reward for this eye-rubbing start to a school day will be a lucky posy, a gift of red, purple and blue anemones with leaves that look like lace and heads of waxy petals, their centres curved and flattened like a costermonger's hat, or my short-cropped hair under his fat fingers, or the toes of my kinky boots. That one went to the bottom of the page. Ooh, look, it goes all the way to the bottom of the page. Shouldn't do that very often. But I was very pleased to find out that love at first, well, actually, that a lightning strike in Italian is colpo di fulmine, which idiomatically also means love at first sight. So yeah, when you can least predict it. Oh damn, am I running out of juice? Oh damn. I will start again. When you can least predict it, lightning breaks from its cloud bonds, forks the sand, makes something rarer than meteorite, silica gas, fulgurite, yellow as diamond, yellow as chihuly, yellow as gold, fused in the chaos of the desert. This palm piece, the size of a phoenix egg, is a comforting weight with its round coolness and facets that fill my heart. But I must remember its flaws, a longing for lamp work, for greenhouses, for windows on the sides of skyscrapers. It might shatter, and me with it, so I wrap it with care, lock it away till dry days, when its memory can't be tricked by the damp or sudden charges in the air. Lock it away if summer fills with buckets. Lock it away from the static on firefly night. That's that. Which is broadly black and white a lot in that book. There's a goth poem in this book. It happens sometimes. So then you might get the idea that I like living abroad. It's true, I lived in South Africa for a bit in 2011, and I wrote this book called Cape Town. So I'll just read you a couple of those so you get the idea. This is the prologue, it's called Here and Die. You'll know me by the broken wing in my brain, the snapped swallow synapse, the wrenched wrist bone on its torsion axis, by the blue and white of its coverts and allulars as they stroke and scalpel my head with secondaries and scattered down, by the pent and twist of my energy, flying from one hemisphere to the other as I crook my fingers and turn your milk to blood. Okay, so that's a bit. Ooh, oh gosh, what's the rest of this book about? Well, we'll see. Espresso, or the best cup of coffee in the world, will be served in a small white china cup with thick sides to hold the heat, on a small white china saucer with white paper coaster. You may be about to drink it, even now. Will be so concentrated it sticks like treacle or molasses, and will be the same colour as both, as if water is rationed, beans 2 a penny. Will test you, lemon rind wiped round the rim, 1 lump, 2 or nothing at all. And when you lift it to your lips and sip, any minute now, will rush through you like happiness, like all those things for which there are no words. That's a bit of Cape Town. Right, so the last book I'm going to read from, and God, what a show-off poet with all these books. Anyway, but I can't have it, I'd have copies of this book. It's called Tattoo on Crow Street, and it actually is a funny story about the title, because I didn't know that actually, as I found out later, in Dublin, it's fair city, there is a Crow Street, Crow with an E, where there is indeed a tattoo parlour. I didn't know that, somebody told me later. Anyway, this is a 2-year project of me wandering around, accosting friends and people on public transport and going, oh, that's really nice, whether it was or not. That's really nice. Tell me all about it. And they did, and I got this book. So thank you, all these tattooed people who told me all about it. So, I will just read you some of them. The hairdresser. Behind her ear, a scorpion holds its ground firm on her neck, ready to impale any hand that crawls up her back. Tail poised, poison dipped, it drips acid into her veins. Her hoops and sovereign chain shine on its black carapace, hard gold for a hard girl. I'm not fooled by a ring spelling mum. But I am wrong. Scorpio's her birth sign, not invitation to a stabbing, makes her loyal, always right, devoted, quick-tongued. She says she's mellowed, but I'm cautious around her. The scissors near my eyes. Oh, you read one of these back to front poems, didn't you?
Yeah.
Greg, yeah. So I've got one in this book. It's called Vera for short. Your tanned neck, I can see, thin sliced, eaten raw, charcuterie. But back to the blood, juggling in that vein, its stickiness sweet in my throat, me draining you again. I hear you're taking daily vitamins fortified with iron. Keep up your strength, boy, while I size your collar, ready it for my knives. You can call me Vampira. You can call me Vampira, ready my knives while I size your collar. Keep up your strength, boy, daily vitamins fortified with iron. I hear you're taking to me, draining you again. In my throat, stickiness, sweet, juggling in the vein. But back to the blood. Charcuterie, eaten raw, I can see thin sliced, your tanned neck. Vicious poems. Right, well, it's in 3 parts again this book. The third part is called What the Girls Say. So it's all about women and their tattoos. So tattoo in winter. Ink is frozen under layers of cloth. A painted mummy in the permafrost of the far Siberian plain. Stories suspended till spring, though just once in a while, somewhere unexpected, a Christmas party, say, colour leaches into light, blood in snow. Its wearer becomes shaman. Give her the stick, let her speak. Circus ladies of a certain age. Time came when we were no longer stick thin, had lost suppleness, our waists thick, not slim, had forgotten how to spin by our teeth, swing the high trapeze, ride bareback in the ring. We had to think of something, anything, to keep the coins and keep our souls, and the coins coming in. We eyed up the stupendous sideshow gang, the bearded woman and cigar-shaped man, the freaks of nature, like the Siamese twins, the babies in bottles, the pigs with wings. When we found it, the rest was as simple as running a hem with a fat needle. Hours in preparation and design, roses, honeysuckle, sweet columbine. Courage needed to lower our necklines, lift our fringe skirts and flash our coloured skin. We teased where patterns ended and began, where ribbons wound anchors, butterflies winged. Drunk, roaring men shouted, "Show us your tits!" We smiled, leaned forward, and gave them a bit.
Show us your tits!
Actually, no.
That was the only line that the dog actually read. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry.
All the vicious stuff, the dog just lay quiet. Show us your tits. What?
Okay, lovely dog. Okay, so let me
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, babe. Sorry, babe.
If she was upset,
Right.
she'd wail.
Okay, good. Right, last poem.
You like noise, don't you?
Pandora. If you open this box, the most hideous tattoos will fly into the heads of artists from here to the far ends, and Earth will be littered with goggle-eyed aliens, hobbits, elves, golems and gremlins, faces made into skulls, grim reapers, dots to join, beer, burgers, pizzas. And when, or if, you slam down the lid, it'll be too late for regrets and excuses over drink. Though a piercing light might wait in the corner, a laser to erase all horrors, that is the only hope.